Hello and welcome to my channel. If you haven't yet subscribed, please I'll urge you to do so. Also, just want to introduce my channel to you because I've got lots of informative videos. Just have a look and see, you may find another video that may interest you. So in this video, we're going to look at 10 steps to study for free in Australia by obtaining a scholarship. So we'll start off by looking at the 10 steps which I've highlighted in these slides. Then we'll move on to look at how the website looks like and then how to proceed with the application in detail. So step 1, you need to check if your country is eligible for the award and note your in-country contact. Step 2, you need to check the opening and closing dates for your country. Step 3, you need to read the Australia Award Scholarships Policy Handbook. Step 4, you need to go through the list of participating Australian institutions. Step 5, you need to refer to your relevant participating country profile for the link to the application portal. Step 6, you need to register to use the OASIS, which is the Online Australia Scholarships Information System. Step 7, you need to download and use the OASIS user manual to use this as a guide to complete the online form. Step 8, you need to search for the course code for your preferred course and university on what is called CRICOS. All these links will be in the description section. Step 9, you need to download the referee report template. And step 10, you submit the form before the deadline. Step 6, so the scholarship you're looking at today is the Australia Award Scholarships. And these are long-term awards that are administered by the Department of Foreign Affairs and Trade in Australia, and they aim to contribute to the development needs of Australia's partner countries in line with bilateral and regional agreements. So we're going to look at the benefits shortly. So the scholarship package offers full tuition fees, a return air travel payment of a single return economy class airfare to and from Australia, an establishment allowance, which is a once only payment, contribution to living expenses, introductory academic program, overseas student health cover to cover the scholar's basic medical costs, pre-course English fees, supplementary academic support, and field work. On the other hand, it's important to note that this award has conditions. Applicants who want to accept a scholarship will need to sign a contract with the Commonwealth of Australia declaring that they will comply with the conditions of the scholarship. Scholars are required to leave Australia for a minimum of 2 years after completing their scholarship, as failure to do so will result in them incurring a debt for the total accrued cost of their scholarship. So we are going to look at the application in depth. And like I said in the beginning, first of all, we need to check the opening and closing dates for the specific countries. The link will be in the description. You also have to see the handbook, which is the Australia Award Scholarship Policy Handbook. Then you need to check for the participating universities as well. So there is the opportunity to apply online, and this is through the OASIS portal, which is the online Australia Scholarships Information System. So if you click on the blue highlighted Online Australia Scholarships Information System, it will lead you straight to that website. I will still drop the link in the description section so you can have a look. Alternatively, if due to some circumstances you are unable to submit your application online, you can apply by mail, and you need to check your participating country profile for contact details to obtain a hard copy application form. However, as you may know, disadvantages of applying by mail could be delays in the delivery system, and if that doesn't get to them before the deadline, your application wouldn't be accepted. So on this page, we can see the opening and closing dates for study commencing in 2024. And as we can see, we've got African countries named here, Bangladesh and others. And the closing dates for 2024 is 1st of May 2023. If you watch this video too late and you can't apply for this, I'll still encourage you to watch this because the requirements are most likely going to be the same for subsequent years, and this would enable you to prepare all the necessary documents, all that you need for the next application or whenever you're ready. So now we are looking at the process step by step whilst on the website. The link is in the description section. So going through the site, we can see the brief description of the scholarship, the benefits, which I've already talked about, the award conditions as well, and how to apply. We've already had a look at the participating countries and the opening and closing date, a fair idea of the institutions in Australia that offer the scholarship. There are so many of them. This can guide you on the link. It brings us to this area where we can have a look at a PDF document containing a list of the participating institutions. So on this page, we can see all the institutions listed here: Australian Catholic University, Aviation Australia, Bond University. There are so many universities here. South Cross University, University of South Australia, so many of them. University of Newcastle, University of Queensland. In this section, we'll be looking at the online application. So to apply online, you need to refer to your relevant participating country profile for the link to the application portal. And there is a portal known as the OASIS, that is Online Australia Scholarships Information System, which we'll look at in a second. So let's look at the participating country profiles first. So having clicked on this, it brings us to this page. So I'm just going to choose Africa just for the purpose of demonstration. Each country has its own process, so you need to choose accordingly. So clicking on Africa, it brings us to this page, and then we click on Africa again. So it summarizes all the countries that are eligible in Africa. So as we can see, this includes Nigeria, Ghana, Egypt, Morocco, Namibia, Sierra Leone, and they're all listed here. So there is a download publication for African candidates. And that brings us to this. So as we can see, it has clearly stated that this applies to people applying from Algeria, Botswana, DR Congo, Egypt, Ethiopia, Gabon, Ghana, Kenya, Liberia, Madagascar, Malawi, Mauritius, Morocco, Mozambique, Namibia, Nigeria, Rwanda, Senegal, Sierra Leone, South Africa, Sudan, Tanzania, the Gambia, Uganda, Zambia, and Zimbabwe. So this spells out all that you need to know for the application. It talks about the priority fields of study, the level of study, stating that it provides citizens of eligible African countries with the opportunity to obtain a master's degree at an Australian tertiary institution. And awards will be offered for commencement in 2024. Benefits are stated here as well, and the eligibility criteria, which you should pay close attention to. I believe a lot of people would want to know about the English language requirements for the country, so it's all spelled out here for IELTS testing, when it's a requirement and when it's not. Application dates are also stated here. Next, we'll go on to look at the OASIS portal. That's the online portal for application. Now for the OASIS portal, there is a user guide which can give you step-by-step information as to how best to fill the form. So I'll be dropping the link to this as well in the description area. This can be accessed here on the scholarship website as well. So it says OASIS Applicant User Guide, which is a PDF document. And this document outlines all that you need to apply for the scholarship. It contains about 40 pages, but I'm just going to highlight some important things you need to know in this document. So this document also makes us aware of how many sections you would need to fill for the scholarship application. So as you can see, there's a checklist here which comprises 19 sections. So there's the personal details, contact details, spouse details, children details, emergency contact details, previous scholarships, scholarship applications, proposed study program, qualifications, English language details, computer literacy details, computer training details, current employment, previous employment, supporting statement, professional memberships, communication, documentary evidence, and declaration. So all the pages in this document actually show you how to fill the form step by step. I'll drop the link to this document in the description section so that you can download it. You can also decide to print it out just to help you know how best to fill the form. One area I also want to highlight is the proposed study program. So, if you recall, we went through the list of institutions that can award the Australian scholarships, and there is a website you need to know about, which is the CRICOS website, because you need to get the course code for the course that you want to study in a particular university on that website so that you can input it in the form. So this is very important. I'll drop the link to the website also in the description area. Last but not least, on the website, there is the supporting documentation area where you'd find a referee report template. So let's see how that looks like. So clicking on it, it has brought us to this page where we can see the referee report. And this is what your referee would need to fill in for the scholarship application process. So they would like to receive the views of your referee on your suitability for the scholarship, in particular your capabilities and personal qualities, your academic competence and potential outcomes. So this is how the form also looks like. You can have a read and also share it to anyone you want to use as a referee, either for this round of scholarship application or if you can't meet the current deadline, you can keep this, take your time, go through it, speak to people who you would want to use as referees, and then you can take your time to apply for the next round. So next, we are looking at the OASIS interface, which is the Online Australia Scholarships Information System. This is where you actually make your application for the scholarship. So once you click on that, it brings you to this page and you come to this section and click on register. Now, if you don't already have an account, you will need to come to this area which says register new account. Then you click on this. So this brings you to a page where you'll be asked to input your email address, confirm it, your family name, which is your surname, your given name, your date of birth, and your contact number. So next, I'm going to show you what happens after you've put in this information and saved. So I'm going to send you to the OASIS guide, which I will be dropping in the description section as well, so you know what information will be required. Now let's take a look at some FAQs. So the first question is, what can you study? Study programs must relate to your country's priority areas for development, and these are listed on the participating country profiles. And this is seen on the website, and I have dropped the link in the description area. You can have a read. What can't you study? So the scholarships are not available for training in areas related to flying aircraft, nuclear technology, or military training. Where can you study? So you can study at any of the participating Australian institutions. If you recall, we've already talked about the universities that are participating in this scholarship scheme. So you can go back and have a read or check the description area for the link, and then you can take your time and go through the institutions. Can you apply for both an Australia Award Scholarship and a Destination Australia Scholarship? So you may apply for other scholarships. However, recipients of this Australia Award scholarships cannot hold any other Australian government scholarship at the same time. The final question is, can you apply for an award if you're intending to migrate or if you have permanent residency? Unfortunately, no. The awards are not available to intending migrants or those who have Australian permanent residency. And like we said before, awardees are required to leave Australia for a minimum of 2 years after completing their scholarship.